Hi everybody, welcome to the graphic design breakaway group or great breakaway meeting. I'm Kate, I'm the HOD of this department. Just a little bit about myself. I've been working in the industry for about 10 years in various aspects within studios, agencies. I've worked within the film industry as a graphic designer, and currently I freelance. Obviously, I'm also a lecturer and run this department. All right, we have three other lecturers that work with us. We've got Sabrina, Kerry, who you've met previously, and Dominic, all very experienced, all working as freelancers and then come and lecture with us depending on their disciplines. Sabrina is from Germany. She's got this beautiful European style within hers. Kerry is a fantastic illustrator, so it's definitely one of her aspects. And then Dom is all around really great designer. The graphic design course, as we said previously, is a higher certificate 1-year course. And I think what makes it really interesting is that I come from the very traditional 3 years doing a degree, did my honours and my masters, and I think I learned more within my first year of working than I did probably in the 3 years altogether. And sort of taking that knowledge and we put this and taken it and put all of our knowledge, in fact, not just mine, and put this into this 1-year course where we are really focused on getting our students industry ready by the end of the year. Just a little bit more about what we do. So whilst we focus on graphic design, we do tend to focus a little bit more within the print industry. There is a lot of talk about how print is dead, and there are definitely aspects of the industry that have died away, so things like publications and magazines, but there are definitely aspects that are not going anywhere. Packaging is definitely not going anywhere, and other things like brochures and flyers and posters, they're still very much alive within our industries, and especially within the South African aspect. I mean, even in the overseas, we're not seeing that many digital like billboards. It's still very much a printed aspect. And I think there's just something about us humans that just love things that are tactile, that we can touch and interact with. So whilst we do start within the print side of it, we do move into digital. I think what's great about print is that you learn all your principles and your basics and your fundamentals, and then this can be applied to any platform, whether it's or any discipline, in fact. So whether you're doing this to one day design games, what you learn within graphic design is a lot of great skills into making a screen design for a game. So things that are engaging, that are easy to read or navigate and to use. And these are the aspects we like to focus on. We do, like I say, encourage a lot of the students to start with graphics, so that once they get to web or game or anything else, they're a lot stronger, or they have a stronger sense of design eye, and how to apply that into any sort of platform. Yeah, so let me just sort of explain a little bit more about the design process. We really focus on getting our students to research and conceptualize, and we take that from this very basic fundamental process all the way to the finished design. So what you're looking at on the screen here is the work of a previous student called Cami, and the brief was to make icons for Hogwarts. Well, sort of more of a round Harry Potter, and she decided she wanted to do an icon set for Hogwarts, so the different areas and places within Hogwarts. And you can see all of her notes and sketches within her book. It's not very clear on the screen, but you can see that she's spent a lot of time researching everything that she could possibly find out about Hogwarts, the different areas, the different places of learning, like where all the games happen, the different towers, etc. And then she started sketching out her ideas and then produced this final design. What's really important when you're a young designer is actually the research aspect of it. As designers, what we want to do is we always want to put a best possible version of a concept forward to a client, and something that is unexpected or unseen, and that requires doing a lot of research. So if you were given this brief, what I expect you to do is I want you to know everything there is to know about Harry Potter, everything there is to know about a Hogwarts. I want you to think about like what design style, so researching design styles would fit this icon set. I want you to research colors. So what meanings do colors have? What best suited for this icon set? And once you've got all that information, then you can start scamping and sketching, and sort of exploring and being creative, and then you begin to develop your full set of icons. So this is what we have here, essentially. And I'm a big believer, if you do a lot of research, the design aspect of this becomes really easy. All right, so to show you some of the other work our students have done, we've got all sorts of projects from different or various students. In fact, you can see in the top right hand side, there's another Hogwarts icon set, which is like the different class subjects, and a completely different style. So we do everything from the conceptualizing playful creativity, building creative techniques, all the way to finished work. And we do a variety of projects. So anything, we want to make sure that the portfolio you have at the end of the year is not only relevant, but something that really shows off a variety of skills. And this obviously offers you better opportunities for jobs. So we'll do branding, which is what the yikes is in the center of the screen. We teach you all about branding. We do teach you most of the traditional aspects of publications, but that's more to teach you how to work with big pieces of copy or text. You will at some point in your life be challenged to put together a book or to put together something, whether it's a digital PDF or something that's online. We're working with text-heavy design, and you need to learn the nuances of how to make sure that text is set in a way that people can read and it communicates correctly. We also teach you Photoshop. We don't go too much into things like retouching, but we teach you the fundamentals. Photoshop is an immense software. There's just so many things you can do with it. And so we teach you the skills that you will need as a graphic designer in order to implement. So these are things like color correcting, composition, things like that. And then we also teach you packaging, everything around packaging. So dye lines, finishes. So those are like those really pretty foils and shiny things, and embossing and debossing. As well. I'm not going to lie, the year is quite intense. We teach you a lot. So we always just say to our students, like, be prepared to work hard. We are going to push you. There are a lot of briefs. We do a lot of briefs in 1 year so that you can practice your skills and implement your theory. Yeah, so you can even see just the variety of projects up here. So we've got some more Photoshop projects on the top left, which is the little the dog composition into an ice cream, which I just love. I just want to eat that up. We do a really great movie poster project where we get the students to pick a movie poster, and they recreate it where they're the main character. And we ask them to kind of make it a little bit more of a spoof to have fun with it. So you can see some other illustrations, menu layouts, book covers, more branding. Two of my favorite projects, I have to say, throughout the year is the elective. And then we do a work and learning project, which is working with a client. So the elective is a passion project. You can pick whatever discipline within graphic design, and then you get to pick the concept, the idea behind it, and you can then create your own beautiful design. So this is from Remy. So the Room 22 is from Remy, is inspired by Wes Anderson. You can see the sort of Wes Anderson-esque nuances in the design herself. She was just loving the films at the time. especially the Grand Budapest Hotel. And she implemented that into this design. One of the other ones is the Work and Learning Project, which is we grab a client that has an existing or a current brief open, and then you, as the students, break up into teams and you get to pitch your ideas to the clients, and you go everything from research, pitching, showing progress, and then the final presentation. So this is a great opportunity to understand what it's like to work with a client. It's also a great opportunity to get your work out into the world. So we have worked with Plettenberg Rage a couple times. So in fact, the work that is currently on their social media is the work from our 2019 students. So they conceptualized it and pitched it. So the work that they're putting up there now is our students, which is great. We have worked with the Germany roller derby team, both the South African and German one. We have worked with Zico Museum. There was a beautiful augmented reality installation done by our game students, and then our graphic design students put together the marketing material for that. And I try and keep it fun and different topics every year. So that's always a great way to do your first group project and to really experience what it's like to be a actual graphic designer. Other things that I make sure that are in place for our students at the end of the year is your portfolio. Like I said, most important part. The portfolio, to be honest, as a graphic designer, I've done many years of studying. Nobody cared about where I studied. They just wanted to see my portfolio. So I make sure that you guys are ready with a portfolio, along with a CV and a business card. So you've got all the things that you need to go to your first meeting, whether it's with a client or an interview, etc. We do mock interviews as well with some of our younger students who perhaps have never experienced an interview. Just so when you walk out of the door, you're not completely blindsided. It's a shocked experience. We want to make sure that you're prepped and ready. Other things that are quite important as a designer is, I think especially today, a lot of us would prefer to work for ourselves. And so we do spend time teaching our students about invoicing and quoting, good business ethics, also going into a very important aspect of design, plagiarism, writing your own briefs. And this is really so should you want to open your own business or, like I said, or become a freelancer, you've got all the tools that you need to go out there and be ready to work within the industry. I'm sure, as you can tell from what I've said, it's quite a lot that we fit in, and so we do expect our students to work exceptionally hard. What makes, I think, this course so amazing is we really make sure that the classroom environment is more like a design studio. So you're more of an apprentice than you are as a student. We treat you as an apprentice. So there's no just bunking schools. We expect you to call us, let us know why you're not there. We follow up. And there's a lot of one-on-one with your lecturer. So we believe a lot of the learning happens through doing. So whilst you're doing your projects, you'll get feedback from your lecturer. And in fact, all of our lecturers are open for feedback sessions and mentoring any time of the day. The classes are contact time for 4 hours, but then you will find your lecturers available at any time to sit with you and to get you to where you need to be. And we feel like this is the most successful way to teach. It's a lot more practical, and probably what makes us different, and why I can ensure you that if you are passionate, that you work really hard, you follow instructions, you will really be ready to be a designer, work within the industry after 1 year. A couple of the questions that people often ask me. So one is, if I can't draw, can I be a graphic designer? You absolutely can. I can draw, but I'm not great. I've never put that down as definitely a skill to boast about. But it is very, very possible. We teach you all the techniques that you need in order to design without being a fantastic artist or a sketcher. You will need to sketch, as it says, part of the research process, but that's really no one's no one's assessing your drawing techniques at that point. Another very common question I get is about additional costs that run over and above the fees. So the fee includes a 1-year Adobe certificate for the software, for all the software. And this is something obviously you can use at the college, but then you can also set up on your own computer or machine at home, which is great. Yeah. Any pricing questions or fee questions are on our application. You can head over to our website. You can see that's on the screen right now, and download the application form. You'll see the application requirements, things about our policies, fees, breakdowns are all in there. So I really encourage you to do so. If you have any other questions or you need any advice from me, please feel free to email the address on the screen, and it will be forwarded on to me. Just whilst we're on that note, a bit of advice. One of the things I really encourage students is, absolutely, with every college that you go to, there is an application process. There could be interviews, etc. So just remember, not only are you being interviewed, but you are also interviewing the college or university that you want to study at. You've got to make sure that it's the right fit, that you fit into that environment, because obviously it's a very important part of the learning process. So please think about that. I really wish we were able to be on the campus. You can get a little bit more of a sense of our culture and what we're all about. You can see we're probably not your usual run-of-the-mill academics, which is, I think, what makes us work and what makes us different. But I'm hoping that our campus will be open soon and you can come along and meet us. A good suggestion for you guys, though, is please head over to our social media. You can maybe get a little bit more sense of what we're all about there. You'll see some of the students' work, what they're currently working on, some of the lifestyle. We really try and balance the two of studying and still having a lifestyle and community. So go over there and have a look. But yeah, feel free to email me at any point if you have any further questions. Thank you so much and have a lovely day.